we're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay.
We're live, so it's fine.
It's,
We wanna be on the line doing this.
oh, it's moving slowly. Done redirecting. We
So we're
are on.
online?
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, all right. So after looking at, this is the final wrap up. The election includes all the provisionals and ballots that we certify or that we voted on today.
Yes.
And so
That was
I,
541.
and that is 541, so I move to accept the submitted election tabulation time 2:11:58 PM today for certification.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Okay. I think we're gonna,
Results.
we have a few things to sign here.
Can you give me those numbers again, please?
I said certify the results as posted
Is that the one?
in the document time 2:11:58 PM.
Okay,
That
that
was
was
the
the
liquor
what was the
option.
total numbers?
Oh, I didn't
Oh, you didn't
say
do
the
that?
total number, I just said we accepted the report.
Added 541 from the unofficial. Yeah.
But if you want it, it's 31,376.
Who brought us out of recess? 1 and 2.
Robin,
I did.
can you
Okay.
And it was at 3:16 PM.
I got 320, 316.
Or that's what my student said.
So we completed the official canvas for the general election.
Yep.
You don't sign one?
Yeah,
We're
there should
now
be a place for you on that.
doing all the
There is- I- it's
certificates.
top right?
They're
Put your
above
glasses
us.
down.
Aren't they, doesn't seem more than. Get your glasses.
And then this one's the last page.
Yeah, that's the liquor option one.
Doesn't look like you signed this.
These, the director signs.
Yeah. Here, go ahead.
So, we're not certifying are we certifying the liquor thing for?
Yeah, you're just
Because I
certifying it
ended up
as it is
using
now.
yours.
Okay,
Yeah,
Uh,
and then when we do the
Yeah.
recount, then you'll certify.
I ended up using yours on one that mine wouldn't work on. And then I
Just
scribbled
decide when to
again.
work and when not
Well,
to.
then I scribbled on another piece of paper and it worked
this
fine.
one, or are these all the same?
Tricky
Just
man.
Just the
Or
one?
just the back page, yeah.
All right.
Or that's the back page there instead of front now.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead for all for our audit.
Say a prayer.
Oh, for candidates, yeah, because we'll need some for our local people. So I can do that one, yes.
Yeah, that would be ready for us when
It
we
should
come
take
back.
too long to get those.
Okay, get your fingers going.
Hi, guys. Hey, guys.
We're looking, you know, you don't think your mojo's been bad?
I got holy water out with coffee.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. Do we have? the
Film at
numbers?
11 right
Do we have our
here.
precinct numbers so we know what we're doing?
Or I've got the results here.
No, I'm
Well,
at.
it's-
so
By precinct.
Okay, 4C, Marietta.
Yeah, the 4C, so that's fine.
4C for audit.
But you need more than one, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Marietta
Probably
4C.
starts in Belfry.
Don't we, how many precincts do we have to pull? 3?
And if
And
it was-
a different
All
location
right,
too.
Marietta 4C had 347 votes.
Okay,
340s.
And we need to get to what number? 13?
69.
all right, there you
That's
go.
gonna hold it up.
How,
I'll take 3 little ones.
47.
Number 32,
No,
independent.
that's-
There you go. There's a little one for you, Karen.
Yeah,
too little.
get what you asked for then.
And that is.
Get to the first page of it.
That's for a little one, that one's too big.
132.
479.
Number 8, Marietta 2A.
So as long as we have 2 polling places, we're good, right?
Yeah. 2 or more.
But I mean,
All right, that
Because-
had 668.
ooh, so that gets us around 1,000, yeah.
Yeah, probably 1,100. 17.
They're stuck together.
I got 1147 as a total.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 1,
Oh.
Belpre 1A.
736.
We're done.
736.
Yeah.
730.
So that does it.
23. What do you got? 6, 7, 8.
So I got 1883.
Okay.
1883.
That's what that adds up to.
Was a very good year, I'm sure.
Box on there. right?
Was that during
Yeah.
the Civil War?
Huh?
No,
Wasn't that
Civil
during-
War,
Uh, 1860s, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 1883.
83, we were charging up the industrial
I
revolution.
was gonna say, we were in some industrial revolution.
A lot of
All right,
people-
so
You were not, you just said Civil War.
I know, but now I say that it's an industrial. I did you say
For what?
that? It's
What are you
fine.
talking about?
Oh, did you guys want
For the
to
I
say?
same.
thought it was a good
Oh,
year. I said,
yes.
oh, this is the beginning of the industrial revolution.
And then I can go make certificates, so we can go ahead and sign.
Oh, my.
I mean, now?
It won't take too long, there's not very many that I have to do, just the commissioners. And then nothing anymore.
The county.
Do you do
The
this?
other county
do you
ones,
do
but those
the,
won't take too long.
Senate?
I can do a mail merge and. So. I just copy it from one of those day before. This one is.
Okay. The bottom
Yeah,
one
that's
you
the
need
one
to sign.
Okay, I can sign them here after. I'll go start on.
What you need, okay.
Ms. Pawloski,
Mhm.
you know how many provisional ballots there were, and how many?
512 divisions.
512.
That we counted.
That
And
we
you can always,
counted.
Accept it.
yeah.
Totally.
accept it.
There was 709.
Four, or, were there more? I know at one
Melissa.
time I was told it was 704.
Sorry.
No, that's a good question. I
People
just-
usually like to.
Oh, yeah, yeah. How
I
many
just hear numbers all day and
provisionals
they
did we
show in my head.
receive total? What was,
The total for in-office and election day was 704.
4.
And then how
Right.
many did we accept out of those?
512.
512.
512.
Okay.
So 704 provisionals.
512 accepted.
512 accepted.
And then the same for the absentee.
That,
Sorry.
No, you're
Sorry.
not, yeah.
What?
You have to, I'm not a numbers person, so if I hear a number, it just goes in and straight out.
And that's why I have to write
I
down
know.
something.
Um,
Too many different ones to remember.
Yeah. Provisionals.
We had
We have
20.
1 through 15.
Are we talking about the ones that we?
The ones that we
jury
reviewed,
looked
yeah.
at?
So I
That's
guess how
your-
many absentees received between, just through the mail and.
there was 28 you guys voted or accepted
Right,
today.
but how many total came in, the absentee?
Mail versus in person.
I guess
Do we
all
have that?
together is fine.
Mhm.
Do we have that?
She
Figured
said
out?
it was here close to where she was saying.
It's probably 4,000.
Statement of.
I don't know, how many total though? We're looking for the total of absentees received after election day.
No, just mean like.
Oh.
Period. How many are absentees,
Oh.
period,
Yeah.
Probably in the 4,000.
in the, in mail-in?
The report that Emily made.
The Emily made a report.
Sorry.
Right.
50. 6.
Male absentee was 4,443.
Yeah, that's about right.
4,443.
43.
And how many were accepted?
Well, those were
That's
the
total.
ones we did, period.
Oh, okay.
We did reject
But-
some. though.
We did reject some.
We did reject some, but those are the ones we,
But you got 443, you
yeah,
rejected
and
some.
we rejected. Well, let
We
me look.
rejected
I'll tell you,
1 through
hold on.
15.
Hold on, I'll pull it up, I'll pull up the list and I'll tell you exactly.
We have a total of 56.
We rejected 15
But
and another
Rejected.
15, so that's 30.
30,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no,
And one more.
39. We cured that and that was okay, 39.
And then the number 1 was rejected. We got that one from Fairfield.
That wasn't here.
No.
Okay.
It's not used.
we had one single, no
39.
postmark, but it was good.
So, and it's before the normal range of reasons that ones would be rejected.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No ID or.
There's a lot of people that came and voted that weren't registered.
Right.
Wow,
They're
really?
not
Yeah, like
registered.
140, wait a minute, it's right here,
Which now makes them registered,
the next
but
time.
And that's the provisional ballots.
that's from provisionals, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't vote in the polling location or in here. They had to vote provisionally.
Right.
Yeah, not
Which makes
registered.
sense in that
Well,
circumstance, yes.
You know, Ohio's very good. We do our due diligence, allowing the voter to exercise their right, whether they're in our system or not.
140 of those.
140 were not registered in the state. Now, some of them were purged, so they may have been registered at some
Yeah,
point, but they
there
haven't.
was, what she's saying, there was a few that might have been deleted from not having any activity.
Right,
Right, which every state has something like that, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is.
Well, yours, we give you almost up to 8 years, but you get notifications in between time. You just have a very moving society that a lot of people like to move, much more than I do.
3 times the past 2 years.
Oh,
so.
Sometimes even more than
well,
that.
or somebody said, hey, I registered to vote a long time ago, and we look it up.
I did have a
3 days
guy-
ago.
And 3 days apart.
I did have a guy tell me, I thought once you're registered, you were good for life.
That's fun.
I'm like, well,
Well, yes, if you.
continue to
You can
vote.
vote,
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
vote, yeah, you're good to
If you
go.
practice your.
In the recount and the audit.
Yeah, that
If you participate.
I'm sorry.
Start the recount and the audit
Yeah.
on the same day, 20.
Pesky requirement.
yes.
What is, excuse my ignorance, what is the audit?
It's
The audit, we have to, the state requires us to audit 5% of the total votes received.
And that just means like look at them again.
Yeah.
Looking at them and doing the count, see if the counts match.
And the board has asked us to do that by hand. So that will be.
Our system takes a picture of every ballot that goes through.
The 5% would have been out of the 31,376 would have been 1,569.
And that 31,000 changes the total number of votes received.
Total vote number of votes received. Who voted accurately? Oh, I don't want to say that.
No, who voted, that was counted.
That was counted.
Counted
yes.
voters.
Counted voters.
Counted votes.
And we just drew
And she
1,000.
drew.
And I saw the drawing of the box.
Yes, and that was, we could have gone 1569, we're gonna go 1883.
Which makes sense. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's a
Doing it
pure
by
blind
random.
draw.
please put that in
That's
the,
good.
please add that we are doing that hand count. Yeah.
My only other question is, can I get a copy of the final result?
Yeah, let me get it. Here it is.
That's the other part. I
There
need.
it is.
Yeah,
Yep, that is all I need, it's just.
By the way, less than 2020, everybody.
Oh, less votes than
Yeah.
25?
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be higher and it was not.
I was expecting the way,
Yeah, it was less.
0.2%.
okay, but
You said.
wasn't our
0.2
in-office higher
percentage
this
lower.
time?
I think the in-office was
So,
higher.
yeah.
Point of.
Yeah,
That
point,
was higher, but.
No, point-
Vote.
0.2.
what is it 73.4 right there on that top of that report?
That's
That's what we said, we had more
turnout.
Yeah, let's on the top of that report right there.
Then-
Say 73.4,
Oh, we did have
right?
more accidents.
Yeah, human,
Oh, 0.28?
but.
And in this time in 2020,
We had closely.
we had 76.2 or 70,
Oh,
73.6.
Yes.
73.6%.
See, I hate numbers.
Yeah.
And this time it was
Turnout.
70. That's not good.
Wow, yeah, so a little bit less, not. a
Yeah,
ton.
not a ton.
Not a ton, but I'm shocked.
Oh, me too.
I
because This
mean-
is a present,
This place
lots
was,
of stuff going on.
we didn't have any downtime in here, so I guarantee you.
You guys voted more people in here though, in the office than you did on election day.
And it only was so many of us, and look how many poll
That's
workers that I
impressive.
had to take to do the others.
Oh,
Not that I wanna
another
relive this kind of
question, so
election
that-
again.
that tied Sunday liquor option question.
That
You
is,
said it was, so it
It's
was
up
a
by one.
one vote difference.
that is passing.
Yeah, it is passing by one vote. And so we have to do
We
a
have to-
mandatory recount.
We're doing a mandatory recount, which we have to separate. What is it? We have to have just New Morris, but not Grandview Township, right?
Why is that?
Because there's a split there.
Wherever
We
it
just have to have,
Well, we're gonna count the roughly,
300
and some
Yeah.
odd, you know.
and some of them,
Whatever precincts
yeah, the precincts that are within the village.
that are within the issue.
It was New Map Village and it is 313 votes we're gonna look at.
And we'll do those hand count as well.
But the vote, people who were allowed to vote on it were in Grandview and in that.
No,
No, they had to be just in New
This is New
Morris.
Map.
Oh, okay, okay.
Grandview Township, New Morris is part of Grandview Township. But New Morris is incorporated, so they have their own issues.
Okay,
And their council and their
that makes
mayor.
sense. It gets confusing, all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
well.
Well, I-
So, it's interesting. So 314 people voted to have regular liquor sales. And it passed 54.46% to 54%. And one person did not vote, and so there were 313 people that voted on Sunday sales, and it is only up by one.
So that's like you got some, what was it, provisionals or absentees?
No, we will simply
This is all,
recount.
we're recounting period.
We're recounting.
It said someone didn't vote, so they like.
No, so it was an
Oh.
undervote, somebody did an undervote.
They voted their ballot, but they didn't vote on that particular issue.
Or they voted on the regular sales and didn't vote on the Sunday sale.
I can't do the Sunday.
I can't do it, and I don't care, whatever the rest decide, right?
Yeah, but I can't do Sunday.
I'm gonna let
That's the
you
Lord's Day.
other people can do that.
When you guys were talking about something about there, you got 4 of something.
No, that was before the recount. We knew,
Okay.
we were hoping, keeping our fingers crossed, because there were 4 provisionals that we accepted. And we were hoping, when they ran it through, that all 4 of them voted yes or no,
Yes or
whatever,
no.
which way, so that we wouldn't have to do a
And it
recount.
was 2 yes, 1 no.
It had to be.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
So
mean,
what-
that's what
There
we're
were
figuring.
600 votes for the entire.
I don't even know what
issue.
it undervoted
So
is.
six voters did not.
And those are people
Yeah.
that had a ballot and they
On
didn't
the
mark
issue,
the
yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
So with the recount, it could still be, if we recount and got the same exact.
I'm at the Dusty Trail.
All right.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better.
Cheers. Oh,
Take care.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
if you do a recount and it's still.
And it's still 1%.
They win.
They win,
Okay.
yeah.
They won by
And if you
one vote.
recall,
We had,
we're pretty in depth, pretty well versed in recounts in this county.
Yes.
Because the primary, the sheriff's race. And every time we did it, it came out 21 votes. So our systems work.
Makes
Well,
sense.
I was gonna say, I'll be surprised if there is a change. The only possibility would be the only way I could think of it is if one of the machines somehow attached a ballot, some, mechanism that it's up there. And when you're going through all this stuff, you go, there's a ballot up there.
Stuck with it, you can't get
Oh,
stuck.
stuck where
Yeah, we
it
gotta-
was in.
Yeah,
I mean,
But that's,
Slim little.
that's a
now
one in
we're-
a-
That's the first thing I'm gonna turn over.
Slim and little have left
When we
town.
take the balance out.
It's unlikely,
that makes sense.
but you just never say never.
Yeah, yeah, because that's when it'll happen 50
That's one
times.
of
We had to flip a coin for a council member at New Matamoros.
Really? Wow.
And
Yeah.
this happens to New Matamoros. That's funny.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
2 years
Well,
ago.
I think that is all I need, that's the
Good.
numbers and the time.
So we'll meet at 8:30 on the 20th. If you'd like to come back.
I like to learn about this stuff, it helps me understand.
I learn something
When I
new
vote,
every
stuff, how it
election.
works.
I really do.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
And your
for coming.
dog Robin is purple.
Easy, sweetie.
So cute.
Happy day.
Except for he wants to
Yep.
play.
She took a picture while we were doing that sorting, so I was hoping that was gonna make it as well for our group that thinks we, are,
Do you want to go into recess and we can shut down?
I think we're just waiting on.
We're
some
just
more.
waiting to sign and she says it should be any moment, so.
So. I think we did good. Did good. I think that's a good number. 18's over. It's not great, it's not super over.
Are you guys getting your emails, your BOE emails?
I don't know, I haven't checked it forever.
I haven't checked mine out.
You guys have to check them.
I don't check my ever. Until Karen says, check your email.
Yeah, I know, I'm the same way.
I check it, it's just every now and again, it wants to fight me and just constantly telling me, go, you have to talk with your administrator. Well, I've called the help desk and they go, you don't have one. And I'm going, I know, because every time I call you, you tell me I don't have one. Can you go in and fix it? It's your system. I'm just a user.
Adam said, you said you had a hearing on Tuesday of that week of the conference. It's too bad because they've got several REA classes that you would have picked up.
That's the case settles.
Oh,
I don't know.
you want to be there for the important meeting Wednesday and Thursday.
What's that?
Don't get me started.
Well, I'm on vacation, so I'm not gonna be
I came.
I'll
in,
probably have
I
to
forgot-
watch,
Fishing.
I
I'll probably
forgot
have to
that
go
was
watch,
Ballots, I thought that they, or not ballots.
do the
but
online
precincts.
watch
I
thing
thought
to
that
get
was
my
chocolate
credits in,
100%.
right?
Oh,
Cause right, you have to get,
Oh.
yeah. Are you not attending?
I'm not going in
Oh, that's
January.
right.
I'm on vacation.
I was gonna say, you're going, yeah.
Yeah.
They had
So
Yeah,
factory there.
yeah, you'll have
I'll
to.
probably have to video
Cause it's
watch.
yeah,
What, is there ice shanty?
No, I'll wait till afterwards and then I'll sign in and do my little.
every now and
get my
again,
credits.
you do get something out of it. I can
Yeah.
recall, I won't mention
I don't
what
know.
county. They were telling us how to do something. And Athens and Marietta, our little group of people, all started looking at one another going, that's illegal.
Yeah, I guess I
And
do
so someone
remember
got
that.
up and walked out and found one of the lawyers. And they came in and they said, walked up, now tell me how you did that again. And they explained, go, you can't, no.
I remember, because we were talking, I remember that.
Remember what it was.
I don't remember either,
You
but we're
know,
also.
but I mean, the
"Man,
ladies were, they were
man,
fluffed.
Can't do that.
They were
It
on
was
top of
something, you
that.
and I were more talking, there was something that somebody mentioned, and we said, that was a good
That was
idea.
useful.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't remember what it was either. It was something small, but it was something.
Yeah, sometimes people do have a good
Yeah.
idea about how it works well for them on this particular situation. I know I suggest sometimes when they're talking about something, go, why don't you call someone that has our equipment? Sort of our size, which a lot of times potentially could be Meigs County, but there are a couple of others. And just go, what are you doing? Do you have an easy solution? Because actually, I did a seminar a few years ago, and I remember telling them something we did, and everybody came up and got our email.
I liked it, huh?
Because they said, oh, that was gonna solve one of the problems that they were having. It was just taking a step out by doing two things that in an earlier, I don't even remember what it was, but So,
I keep yawning, sorry.
yeah,
These golf.
fun games. This is fascinating.
Just watching.
Do you have a copier that can adjust for thickness? You know, when it grabs a piece of paper? Because I'm thinking, why can't you
Them through.
put them through and have it? I don't know.
I mean, as long as it doesn't separate, if you put it in the right way.
Well, I
it should
figured
go.
you'd put it in where it's sealed.
Right.
So it wouldn't like
No.
tug on the, you
Yeah.
know. But
Hey,
then I-
Melissa, have you tried to feed it?
Emily.
Oh, is it Emily? Have you tried to feed it?
Emily, we were curious, will your machine not take those if you lay them in
Have you tried?
too thick
Too big.
or too wide?
Long.
The paper only goes in one way in the box and it doesn't accommodate it, even though it knows it has a box that has longer paper.
Yeah, because this is more than it, the.
And you can't tell it that it needs to turn it when it makes the printing.
No, unfortunately. That's what I just said, I wish it would,
Yeah, no, we were just curious, yeah.
yeah. We tried it,
No, I am
we
so
didn't like it.
non-technical. If I can think of that, surely somebody ought to be able to say, forget the thing, you know, put it in long ways, but when he prints it, it knows to print it sideways.
The machine will automatically adjust for size, assuming you have paper in the correct
Right,
spot, but thickness, I don't know.
but I mean,
Thickness is what I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
okay,
We can put in direction.
Right. Yeah, and the machine automatically knows which, is it 8x11, is it 8x14, is it 11 by whatever, yeah, and what direction, it automatically takes care of that. Oh, this is yours. What am I missing? Vendor comments.
well, I'm guessing by this date, Ohioans will know the identity of the senator, January
By
7th.
January 7th.
When's the
It's an
Senate,
appointment.
does the Senate,
There's an appointment until the election.
does the Senate come back together before the inauguration?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah,
So that would be the 7th then, I would think.
Oh,
well, he's still senator, right, until he,
yeah.
yeah.
Until it's
Swearing in.
inaugurated.
Well,
Until it's
that's not
inaugurated
until
on the 20th.
Yeah,
mid-January,
January
20th.
20th.
yeah, so. Just saying. But I was
I hear-
thinking that potentially they're going to, you know, they're gonna have to make some kind of announcement.
I hear LaRose is on a short list. Those are the things.
Could be, who knows?
She'll find out in due time.
Yeah, Friday would get out at 11:45.
I'm fascinated that, again, Pennsylvania's at what, 98%? They still have a Senate race that is close, apparently, that 2% could.
How much did
It
Tesla
is,
cost?
we are now a week
It's been
away
cold.
Yeah.
out from an election and they still
they
have.
still
Well, of course, they're the state,
I
right,
know,
that
but-
won't allow any counting
Ahead
until
of
the
time.
They
election.
can't even open their ballots until after the polls close.
That's Arizona.
I thought Pennsylvania was like that too.
Yeah, I think Pennsylvania is,
Are they,
because
they're the only ones left, right?
why in the world?
Yeah.
Everybody else is done?
Carrie Lake lost.
California,
Yeah.
they still have
Yeah,
one.
she
They
lost.
only have like
And
7
California's
senators.
got, yeah. Of course, first off, it's huge, but,
Right,
and, but again, I don't know what their systems are.
When does Kevin go up to Columbus?
When we were
When does
talking
Kevin have
to
to be in
people that sell
Columbus?
machines, some of the scanner
Lindsay
companies
swore.
were saying that, states have, they bring all the ballots
Actually,
and they
Tuesday
count them
the
after
week
the
we're out
polls
there.
close.
Oh,
And they have these scanners
they
that
do then.
just vacuum
No,
them,
he'll be
and can
sworn in
run
on
half a
Tuesday, we
million
start
in,
Wednesday.
X number of hours, and it's not that, like 4 hours.
Right.
And they're like trying to sell 3 and 4 and 5 of them, for
Stay for the weekend.
presidential.
Mhm.
The rest of the time, one of them.
Oh, yeah,
Be done in
you have a
20
child at
minutes.
home still.
I saw some of those on in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
like
but I
on the
mean, he
news.
stayed with you that whole
They
week.
had those in the background. They were larger
She
machines.
stays with Grandpa.
You could tell they were
Oh,
just
did
small.
Yeah, just
We-
blind, and
She can
even
stay
some of the
with
stuff
Grandpa,
we
she likes
saw
to-
that they were trying to sell
My
us.
mom and dad got sick.
Would have
I
been
was the
like, I think
youngest. I
40,000
could have
an
done so
hour
many
or
things.
something.
Yeah,
I
which we
didn't,
don't.
And of course,
because I knew
we
what
have
my
our
mother. that
10 in
would
a
be
cloud of
dead.
dust.
But we have what, 31,375
Yeah,
And we have
voters.
40,
yeah,
almost 45,000
76.
registered voters,
42,
42.
42.
yeah.
42,814.
Well, you know.
We used to have 45, so
Yeah.
we're
I need to
losing.
see what our census
It's
is.
gonna be bad. We are not,
You guys are gonna get
we're not increasing.
less and less for every census.
Aren't we at the pretty near the bottom
Yeah,
yet?
we're medium sized. They call us a medium
Are we
size.
considered medium?
Yeah, we're considered.
Yeah.
medium.
Jeez.
I've never understood,
How
I
did they
guess I
figure
would
that?
love to
Oh, look at
know
Meg's.
in a
Meg's
larger
True.
county,
No.
what extra work a board does when they have 150 employees. What is the extra work the board does in a large county when they have 150 employees? to
probably
do
less
their
than us.
It's the
designated
same.
work?
Probably less than
It's
us.
just more
Yeah.
volume.
But yeah,
Because they have people,
they get paid handsomely.
they get
Yeah.
paid, yeah,
Yeah,
and they don't do as much as we do. I know, it's ridiculous.
I mean, they're
But I
probably
don't
not
know-
folding
I know
ballots.
that the board, okay, so I was surprised, because I never paid attention. I was talking to Jimmy Stewart election night, and he said something to lead me to believe that he wasn't at board elections, so weren't you at board elections, he's on board. He said, no, we went in the morning and checked on things, and we, did some troubleshooting, where it was needed, and then we leave and come back around 6 or 7.
So we do it differently then.
Yeah, we do way different.
Well, even when John Halliday's cousin was on, I think he's still on in Gaddy County. Robbie Jenkins. And during COVID, they have a house in Florida somewhere. He stayed down there like the whole time during COVID when and John asked him, he says, don't you have a lot of board of elections duties, that you're responsible for? He says, I mean, no. Yeah,
Well, during COVID, they allowed you to do it by
and
Zoom.
he could
Yeah.
zoom in,
Yeah.
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 Yes, Charlie zoomed in a couple times.
Right,
But still,
but at the end of the day, I mean, I've just always been fascinated with what is it? Are you paying for responsibility? To me, that makes no sense either.
And it's very competitive, I understand, with those bigger counties too.
Well, I could imagine, right?
See, I always.
if the pay is more, then.
This was a patronage job.
Well, a lot of counties paid for insurance,
That's true,
Yeah.
they do.
health insurance, which, I know.
So the commissioners said you were not eligible for,
No, the Board of Elections received
Okay, go for it.
health insurance until the end of 2006. Because I took over in 2007, January, and was told, oh, we don't have health insurance anymore.
You're done.
Now, mind you, though, I'll tell you how bad I was. I didn't realize it was even a paying company. I thought I was volunteering.
Yeah, I know, that was the
Just
same way.
doing it for the good of
It
the,
wasn't until
county.
after I got it, I said, oh, I get paid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I didn't-
I
that's
wasn't-
what it
Until
goes.
Jim Huggins told me, by the way, did you?
You get paid, I know.
plus,
That was the same thing.
Dennis to say it goes towards these overs.
yeah,
It gives
Yeah.
PERS.
yeah. Yeah, I got 21 years or 22 years in.
So,
with acting
of course, it
judge.
doesn't do me any good.
So it's
Yeah, you're
not,
not.
trust me. It's green fees.
Yeah.
Don't knock
Might
the
be
green
nice
fees.
green
Don't
fees,
knock the
but
green fees.
it might be nice.
Well, see,
green-
and so whenever I'm done, whenever that is, and then I'll probably take it all out, cause I don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it, they give
And
you.
it won't do me any good,
They always tell you
but it'll
to do
reduce my
something.
social security probably when I take it out, right? Cause I have to report that I did it, or is it because I'm so old it won't matter?
I think you'll be so old,
I'm so old, it doesn't matter.
I'm not sure the takeout does, and if
Well,
I
dude, I know
understand
when-
the social security rules,
Yeah,
whatever they pay me in
Right,
PERS,
you-
I get full that and full social
well,
security.
and I think it depends, well, I don't remember
Cause
how
I
it
have
goes.
30 years of some
So, social security,
number,
Yeah.
there's a particular number.
Yeah, because I wanted to take, all my girls worked at OU during school. And I think I told them, just leave it in there, and I said, it'll, maybe get a little money or whatever, I said, but maybe you could transfer it to your mom, since she just needs about 8 months.
yeah, Lucy has some, oh, but she's taking hers out. Scott had took all his out, he was gonna take social security, but with the anyway, he took all his out.
Then
Make sure it
I'm
has,
cool with it.
Thank you.
seems to look like I've done everything in. Something there, or the
I'm
election.
counting on Dennis to check it, so all I have to do is sign.
Oh, we don't need one for them.
I was gonna say,
Who's that?
Brian Chavez, we're not the most populous, so we didn't need.
I was
He
about
accidentally
to
was
give
left
it
checked
to
in
you.
the mail merge.
All right, this one's highly suspect. I think, that I can't tell if I have two,
Yeah,
but I
just
thought they were a little thick. Can I
Need
find
another?
it?
Let me grab one from
here.
Yeah.
Is that blue? Yeah.
There's-
Oh, mine are black, does it
Scribble on
matter,
that one.
or is it just so long as one's blue?
Which, he was just writing in black already, so he didn't want to switch to blue.
Oh, yeah.
I thought all Philadelphians had to.
Yeah,
Oh, Monroe County used to have this thing,
I typically sign
where
blue.
you had to do it in blue ink, and if you didn't, they would reject.
Wow.
the-
Well, I thought
don't
all
know if it's still like
legislation,
that.
I know at ODOT, all legislation for like, right of ways and stuff, it has to be in blue.
In court, pretty much done away with the requirements for wet signature. This week, civil rules permit electronic signatures. Please.
That's
Yep.
interesting.
Well, it's because everything's electronic now.
Except to turn off Jay's dad's cable bill.
Yeah, to go in person.
No, I got to send in the death certificate and fill out this
I'm
form.
going too fast.
I said, you can't just take my word that he's dead? No.
Then I got somebody else, we had, oh yeah, somebody else,
Yeah.
Who else was that?
right, Tracy, right,
Oh.
accidentally.
So do we need one for the Epic?
Did we have one there for?
Yeah.
With the date,
For
I
who?
didn't even-
For
I
Johnson.
know.
It's from the
Do we
election,
need one
residence,
for-
the election's
Do we
on
need
there,
to
isn't it?
call
Yeah,
I thought
I think Jay in November.
the other commission?
There should have been, was there ones there for them?
Well, there's warden, so I'm imagining you have all the
Make sure. I
the
have
courtesy
one.
vote people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tammy, Kevin,
Oh, and this
John,
is yours. so I
Halliday,
scribbled
Boo.
on.
Schilling. How do you say her name? Check or
same thing.
Check,
And
Cannon? Did she get divorced? She was just. Who?
Roger Wright.
Roger Wright, Nicole Coyle. Yeah, we don't have the commissioners.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gotta be a booth.
Yeah.
Booth
You just
and
said
Shelley.
Booth.
Chili, you said Booth and Chili.
I was thinking of 3 commissioners. and
Who
we
got
didn't-
divorced?
We're on camera.
She came.
Oh,
She would.
We're up.
okay. So she used to be different.
Are we finished?
I think, unless
Oh,
anyone
Friday?
has any
What,
questions or.
what about Friday?
If we could have the day.
Oh,
What are your thoughts there?
The staff has said so they've worked so many days, et cetera, can we close on Friday, is the request.
Well, no problem from me. Are you gonna be able
To get the,
to do this?
Well, we'll see how quickly we can do our
Eight, because you
accounting.
gotta find them.
Right,
Well, we're having, so far, we're gonna have, I think, 4 poll workers come in.
Right,
And if the back room, the training room's not used, we may go back in there because we need a wide space.
right.
and we can set up even some other tables and.
Because we have to dig out Marietta, we have to dig out 2 out of the fairgrounds, correct?
right,
Right,
Independence
And then independent, that'll be
Belfry.
easy.
and Belgrade.
well, the big, what's gonna be
Belfry
is our in-office
big.
votes is what's gonna take
Yeah.
longer.
Because it's the largest group.
Cause it's everything
You
together.
have to sift,
Right.
you can sift.
Right,
through all.
you'll-
Yeah, so we gotta go through all those, so that's what's
So,
gonna take.
I don't have any problem either.
I don't,
So should
Let's
we
just-
move to say, assuming that
That we
it's
are in a good place.
in a good place, I think
Right.
it is okay to close on Friday. I'll make that motion.
Right.
First, Robin.
We'll have a second.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes.
Yeah, as I say, if we know we're behind, we'll come in.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, yeah, it is what it is.
Well, hopefully.
More than one day.
I think most amount of time, you're right, you're gonna have to go
It's
through
gonna be
those.
our
Yeah,
You're gonna have to,
be in office,
you're gonna
right?
have to just sift these 4.
And we got 4 bases of those to go through. Cause we had to use 4 OBOs to have enough.
Oh, 4 bases for the in-office
Yeah.
ones?
How many tables? I'm wondering if we could set up 2 tables this big.
We have that one other longer table back there that's like these, but that's longer.
Yeah, and your other thing
Maybe we
is
have a few
that
more that's
depending on
smaller.
what we're looking for, I mean, obviously, it's gonna be both pages. If it turned
Right.
out, if
Okay,
it,
let's just say we're gonna be
if
here
it turned out to
Friday.
be sent,
No, you may not be. I mean, it may go
Yeah,
quicker than you think. I mean, if all you're doing is sorting,
And
if
then
that's all you have
our
to do.
state, our
you may be able
government
to
Then we had to
is
count.
gonna be on that.
Well, yeah, but you can count next
That would
week.
help.
And at least.
You have a whole week
the
to do
three
the
vote
recount.
ones are all on one.
Right,
Till
So
Wednesday.
that
Till
helps.
so
Wednesday
that'll
on
be a
one.
big help.
Hopefully there's
Yeah,
people
yeah,
out for the vote out.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
move.
go ahead.
Go
Go
for
for it.
adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. All right, now.
Thank you. Oh, so in December, do we wanna meet with the commissioners?
We need to?
I thought that they wanted to.
True things, I don't know.
Well, yeah, so maybe a little,
They told us to just after the election.
well,
Well, they may want all 3.
For the budget?
Okay, well, just let me know.
How soon do they have to do that?